everyone, welcome back to SBR Pythons. Today we're going to do a continuation on the series Projects for the Future, highlighting Trystripe today, another one of my favourite genetics out there. Again, it's recessive, it's a fantastic gene. If you've not seen it yet, do yourself a favour, get out there and have a look at it. It is honestly phenomenal. First, I want to touch upon Christmas. Hope you all had a fantastic Christmas. Personally for me, it was one of my favourites. It just seemed to run smoothly and everyone seemed to be happy. Which is, what Christmas is all about, and I hope you've had a great one as well. And obviously New Year's coming up. This is the last one going out before New Year, so I really hope you have a great New Year. Thank you so much for all the support in 2019, from those of you that have bought the few snakes that I've had for sale, to sort of developing this channel to the point where we've now hit 100 subscribers, which is fantastic. Thank you so much. It's honestly been overwhelming. Just before I started making this recording, Bernardo, you just mentioned to me that you've literally gone back and watched every single one of my videos. I don't go back and watch the first one compared to sort of what I'm doing now. It's crazy in such a short span of time, September to now. But I really do appreciate that, Bernardo. And everyone else who's done that. It's truly fascinating to me that you even spend the time, watching me. This is just my hobby. I love these animals and I love talking to people, and this has given me the platform to do that. So I really am enjoying this now. So much so that you'll remember I said the Christmas special was that I was going to be doing weekly uploads. I have decided that I'm going to pursue that and try and do that continuing on. So every Sunday there will be an upload. Don't get angry at me if I miss a week. As I've said in the last video, I do have a lot going on in my life, not just this. So if I can hit that achievement, I will. But if I miss a week, just know that there are reasons. If you really want to contact me and find them out, I'm not going to sort of disclose anything. But yeah, I'm going to try my hardest, along with my brother who does all the camera and editing work for me. And we're going to try and get a weekly upload for you going forward into the new year, which is fantastic news for sort of the guys that actually pay attention and really do enjoy these videos. So yeah, thank you very much. Trystripe, what is it? I will show you now the picture that's on Morph Market of Mark Regal's. I think it's one of the original Trystripes. I think he sold it last year actually, because I remember seeing it on Morph Market. So Trystripe is a recessive gene, as I mentioned. The name is sort of tells the tale really. There's a dominant dorsal stripe all the way down the back of the animal, which is beautiful. And then what makes it different to genetic stripe is it's got the other two stripes going down either side of the back, obviously making that tri, which is, a 3. And it just looks phenomenal. And it also, I think, darkens the dorsal stripe down the back, and it just looks really fantastic. And working with another gene, another darkening gene, which I'm going to mention to you later, it really makes that dorsal stripe really nice and dark. And it is truly sort of out of this world. Obviously, I'm only going off photos, so I can only imagine what it looks like in person. So what I want to highlight first is Desert Ghost, sort of pastel within that, because pastel and Desert Ghost work so well. So first of all, now I'm going to flash up a picture of a pastel Trystripe, which is a simple Facebook search. I'm not sure who to give the credit to, but who, if you are watching, congratulations. So you can see with this animal, it's got that really nice dorsal stripe that I was talking about, but it maintains that pastel. You can really see the pastel coming through. And what I really like about genetic stripe is it sounds crazy, but it might be one of the best genes if you're looking to get into ball pythons and are serious about the breeding. Like the pied, you can clearly see what and what isn't pied, unless you've got, a wacky het pied like my Enchi Calico. But you can definitely see what is visual and what isn't. It's the same with Trystripe. You can clearly see the visual, but what I also really like about the Trystripe is, like this pastel Trystripe that I just showed you, you can see the other genes on top. And you'll see that through a couple of these animals I'm going to show you in the video. So it's really nice and easy to genetically identify, which is fantastic. So moving on up, we've got the actual visual, which is the pastel Desert Ghost Trystripe, which I'll show you now. Take a minute, look at that animal. I'm sure you've seen it on social media. It's from Darren Stairs here in the UK. Honestly, Darren, it's my favourite combination out there in the ball python world right now, apart from pied. Oh, words. This has been sort of credited by Justin Gabilka, just to show you sort of what level we're talking here. It is truly phenomenal. The dorsal stripe is so prominent on that Desert Ghost influence. And as I mentioned, Desert Ghost and pastel together are probably two of the simple, sort of put together as one of the best combinations. And it is truly out of this world. And then taking it up yet another one, if you put the two pastels in from the sire and the dam, you get the super pastel Desert Ghost Trystripe, which I'll show you now from Mark Regal again. Mark Regal's name is going to come up quite a few times in this video because he works so prominently with it in the UK, and he's producing some phenomenal animals, and I can't wait to see what he's going to produce this season going forward. So this is the Super Pastel Desert Ghost Trystripe now, which again you can see you've got that dominant dorsal stripe down the back. So what I really like about the Super Pastel Desert Ghost Trystripe that you've seen from Mark Regal is as you get the two pastels together from the sire and the dam, you get that Super Pastel. It almost creates this, or does create this purple sort of dorsal stripe, which looks phenomenal. And also, I presume it's from the Super, is that the pattern gets a little bit wacky. What I didn't mention at the start of this video, when I was sort of highlighting Tristripe, is it also has this cleaning effect down the side. It takes away the alien heads, or at least reduces them massively. And in this, with the Super involved, it sort of, I don't even know how to explain it, it just makes this awfully wacky pattern, which looks phenomenal. So that is Desert Ghost Desert Ghost Trystripe. I've still got the Desert Ghost puzzles on my mind from the last video. What I want to move on to now is one that might surprise a few people that know me personally and have spoke to me. You know, I'm not a massive albino fan. To be honest, I don't really understand the Toffee albinos and all of that sort of stuff. But this Toffee Trystripe, or the two of them I'm going to show you now from, again, Mark Regal, is possibly my favourite, well no, is definitely my favourite albino sort of combination. It's really phenomenal, and you'll see in the baby pictures right now. What I'll do is I'll also flash up the recent photos that Mark put up, and I'll put them side by side of the same animal so you can see that progression. What I really like about these Toffee Trystripes is how much they've changed. When they were hatched out, it was a white and yellow, and now it's sort of this purpley yellow, and again, it looks phenomenal. And what I really like about the Toffee Trystripes is, similar to pied, from what I can see here, no two animals look the same. One of them's got a really nice sort of solid Trystripe, and the other one's sort of a little bit wacky. And obviously I like that about my pies, is how they, none of them look the same. So I really like that again about this Toffee Trystripe. It is truly phenomenal. And the next one I'll move on to is the one that I sort of highlighted at the start of the video. But before I do that, I'll get an animal out just so that you guys that don't really like the talking videos can at least have something to focus on. So continuing, as I was mentioning, the next one I'm going to move on to is the Tsk Trystripe. This was the one that I highlighted at the start of the video. So obviously TSK, the Snake Keeper, is a really nice dark line of Exanthic. As you'll see if you look at people that are working with it, like Eric's Exanthics down at Neighbours Constrictors, it's a really nice dark line of Exanthic. And also the sort of the darkening of the dorsal stripe from Tristripe come together so beautifully. Like, I'll show you a photo now, and you can see it's so beautiful. It's so deep and rich in those dark colours. If you're a dark fan, it is honestly sort of probably at the pinnacle. It's such a beautiful animal, and I really do give them all the credit in the world for producing it. And then finally, I want to talk about Codominant. Again, as I've said throughout this whole series sort of so far, can't overlook it. I'm going to flash up a picture now of a banana Trystripe that's currently in Royal Canadian Reptiles facility. I've got to know you really sort of well, I would say, recently as well, Royal Canadian Reptiles. And he's a top guy. If you haven't checked him out on YouTube yet, go over and have a look. He's producing some phenomenal animals, breeding some phenomenal animals. I've been talking to him about his parents and his production, and he has some outstanding stuff over there in Canada. But this one was produced by Sterling Nelson, I do believe, and it has to be my favourite Codominant Trystripe to date. I really love this animal, by the way. I was talking about those ringers earlier. I'm going completely off topic. That ringer is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Anyway, back on topic, banana Trystripe. I like how it sort of reduces those black spots. And for me, this is the best example of why a Trystripe is named a Trystripe out there currently. You can clearly see that dominant dorsal stripe with the two sort of side stripes down the side. I've said side a lot in this video. It is honestly fantastic. And I can't wait to see what more is done with Tristripe. That's why I felt I had to highlight it on the projects for the future series that I'm doing here, because this is definitely one for the future. Again, being recessive, sorry, it's long term, but I would definitely say it's worth getting into. For me, it's not going to be one I get into. I definitely don't think a Tristripe pied is going to come out the way that we would all hope. So there's no point in me entering it. If I do eventually expand, which I really have no plans for, Again, it's another one I might move into, but for now, I'm happy with my pieds. I love them to death. And that's what got me into the hobby, so I'm going to stay true to it. But that was just a little video talking about the Trystripe gene and why I think it's going to be one of those ones that's going to take us into the future in our hobby. Can't wait to see what's going to be done with it. Really have to give credit to Mark Regal for letting me introduce, or put some of his animals into this video. Mark is a top bloke again, and the stuff that he's producing, not only with Tristripe, with Ultramel and Pied and so many other genes, he's a sort of a forefront runner in the UK, I would say, and a really just a top bloke, to be honest. But yeah, just once again, I want to touch on the support I've had. 100 subscribers for me was the milestone that I wanted to reach by the end of the year. You guys have helped me do that, which I really appreciate. I was stuck on 98 for the longest time, and now I've shot up to something like 110 or something like that. I don't really focus on the numbers because, as I've always said, I like to try and focus as I'm just talking to one person. But occasionally you have to look at them, and it's really shell-shocked me that I am able to do this. You know, when I started this channel in September, there's no way I'd have thought I could have stepped in front of a camera, and yeah, it's just incredible. You know, I had some feedback from one of the top UK breeders the other day who said that they really are thinking, you know, I'm coming across professional, and more importantly to me, that they really think that my energy and my enthusiasm for this is coming through, and that's all I can really hope for. But anyway, I'm rambling as I always do at the end of the videos. It's kind of turned into my thing unintentionally. Have a fantastic day, guys. Leave a like if you have liked it. Let me know what you're thinking about the series in the comments below. The next one that should be coming is Monsoon/Confusion. I've kind of mixed them together because there's not much obviously out there with the Monsoon, so I can't really fill a video, in my opinion, with just the Monsoon. Sorry, girl. But yeah, so leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, turn the notifications on, and I'll see you on the next video, guys. Thank you very much.